stopped a man the other night, said, "Isn't it a beautiful sky?" And although he agreed it was just to please me, I could tell that by the look in his eye. And his look got colder, looking over his shoulder at me as he quickened his step. So I didn't take his hand as I had planned, I threw a stone instead. And with la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. There's a house I know where roses grow. I was there the other day, and I see this chick coming down the road. She was coming my way, so I picked a rose and stuck it under her nose. She said, "What about my hay fever?" Then this man come out and he started to shout. He wasn't very happy either. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. A little while ago, one Saturday night, I was happy and drunk as could be. A policewoman come up and she said that night that the cells would sober me. I said I ain't been in bars, I got drunk on the stars. You can't pin nothing on me. Then she smiled and I said, "Oh, kiss me instead." She said, "I can, I'm on duty." La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la la. I was in the park, it was just before dark, and there grows a tree of mine. And I see this girl, she was walking her dog around the football pitch line. I said, "You see that tree? Well, it belongs to me. I'd like to give it to you." And then she said, "Cheers, though it's been mine for years. It was a very nice thing to do." I went la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Starts dreaming, your heart starts stealing. Here comes them sleepy time blues. Sure as the train's rolling down the track, better go to sleep before the blues gets back. Go to sleep, boys, don't blow no fuse. I know you wanna stay awake, but it just ain't no use. Better go to sleep and turn your tired mind loose. Here comes them sleepy time blues. The dawn comes creeping in its early morning shoes. Turn it in, try to forget. You don't really need another cigarette. sure to be in for a nice surprise. Blues and blues, it's out of style. Tomorrow you'll find that it wasn't worthwhile. And come the morning, you'll have to smile when you think about your slippage on blues. Night stirs her inky finger in the water of the day. The tired sun drops slowly in the sky, and everywhere the gentle air hangs heavy with the day's song. Evening calls the lamplighter to come. Children's wooden hoops go clattering down the street. Soon they're called inside, it's getting late. The brown canal, now splashed with red, reflects on swallows' wings. The lamplighter knows the song the evening sings, but the gas lamps stand like soldiers, hiss warnings to the wind. Their evening vespers prophesy of war. The world divides and men take sides. The spark bursts into flame. Nothing can be quite the same again. A dog barks in the distance. The child cries in her sleep. The night waits for the dawn with bated breath. The old school, the old rule rung out on the muffin man's bell. The lamplighter has made his nightly call. Dreams of hope and peace sent clattering down the streets, empty like the promises they've made. The wars rage on, and if I'm wrong, will someone please explain that peace is not the lamplighter, 'cause he's not coming back again. The lights have gone dim and the people are gone, and clown goes back into his caravan, hangs up his smile on a hook by the door, and lets his ragged coat slip to the floor. With the sound of the children's laughter still ringing in his ears, laughing 'cause they're happy, they laugh to hide their fears. Clown loves the children, for like him they feel the world does not exist tonight, and only the circus, only the circus is real. As real as the elephants that trumpet in the ring, real like the track we see it swing, real like the man who eats real fire, real like the lady on the high wire. Identity gone, clown peeps through the windows of his caravan. From the trees on the common, the town looks so small. Clown puts on his coat and goes out the door, and the distant neon lights, they shine above the town. Looks almost like a circus, thinks clown, and half with fear and half with delight, shivering, shaking, clown's hands laughing, clown's hands laughing, clown is laughing at the night. Standing alone in the fairground at night, the world racing past on the streets, only the stars and the headlights of cars light the fantasy world while it sleeps. And I looked around, but there wasn't a sound but the cinders under my feet. Candy floss sticks spelled words on the ground, I tried to read them in vain. Before it was clear, the wind blew my hair and rephrased the sentence again. I stopped to light my last cigarette. The fair was lit up in its glow. I threw it away, but the light seemed to stay like full moonlight shining on snow. And I hardly dare breathe, I just couldn't believe. Then the music started to flow. Slowly everything started to move, except me, and I stood quite still. Then came a soft cry near the coconut shine. Will you take me to ride on the wheel? And around. and around. The big wheel went spinning round and round until I noticed, although the fairground was moving, the rest of the world stopped still. It was then when I realized I'd have to get off, although I would have much rather stayed. Then with a jolt, the wheel came to a halt and the music started to fade. As the lights went dim, my head started to spin. Told myself that I wasn't to blame. At the ground at the candy floss sticks, now the message was playing. Behind me the wheel and the fairground was still, and outside it was moving again. Oh, I'm running up a spiral staircase, drilling a hole in the ground. I know the staircase is winning and my head is spinning. I don't even dare to look round. And I'm running up a spiral staircase and I can't reach the top. I'm running up a spiral staircase and I'm too scared to stop. And there's nothing anybody could do to stop the staircase like a giant corkscrew from spilling around and around and around. Well, in the beginning it was moving slowly, I didn't notice it at first. But every time I see you, well, it's picking up speed, and I think my forehead is gonna burst. And I'm running up a spiral staircase and I can't reach the top. I'm running up a spiral staircase and I'm too scared to stop. And there's nothing anybody can do to stop the staircase like a giant corkscrew from spinning around and around and around. In the beginning, well, I only saw you when the staircase hit your visual line. But now that it's moving around so fast, I can see you all of the time. And I'm running up a spiral staircase and I can't reach the top. I'm running up a spiral staircase and I'm too scared to stop. Now there's nothing anybody can do to stop the staircase like a giant corkscrew from spinning around and around and around. I know the staircase is steel, well it just about feels as though it's gonna catch on fire. And I'm running up a spiral staircase and I can't reach the top. And I'm running up a spiral staircase and I'm too scared to stop. And I believe I'm gonna shoot through, unless the staircase like a giant corkscrew stops spinning around and around and around. And I'm running and I'm running the top, and I'm running and I'm running and I'm running and I'm running and I can't reach the top, and I'm running and I'm running answer quite simply is that they tell lies, and they've got the power, and what they decide affects your life and my life and everybody's life beside. And I've thought about it till my brain says no more. I've justified their actions and I've criticized their wars, and I've watched them balance on the edge of the knife. And it's your life and my life, and none of our lives are safe. From lack of food, thousands have died, while farmers burn crops just to keep prices high. And from that kind of logic, there's no place to hide. It could be your life or my life or anybody's life next time. For the sword of justice, they can't find an excuse, but her scales have gone rusty from not being used, and no blindfold can hide the tears in her eyes. For your life, my life, and everybody's life beside. And if Jesus came back to lead us again, they'd make sure that he met the very same end. Though their names have been changed, they survive to this day. But take your life or my life or anybody's life in their way. And my guitar protects me, but that's not really true. If you took it away, I'd be just the same as you. I know songs never change things, but may help you decide to change your life, my life, and everybody's life beside. And they talk about a revolution. And they talk about a revolution. Talk about a revolution. Talk about a revolution. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Jesus was a man who kept the company of men till he got betrayed by one of them. And surely that must have been the biggest sin. But in his final hour, he even forgave him. And what he asked you then, well, I now ask you too. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. others would have understood and brought them home to you. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Most of us are troubled and we cannot understand anything that doesn't fall into our scheme or plan. But it's we who made the rules, and it's we must share the blame. And it's we who make outsiders, and it's we who give them names. And while we're praying for them, what we really ought to do is say, Father, forgive them, but please forgive us too. Riding early in the morning round about 47. No one's ever out at that hour with eyes that see her touch the morning flower secretly. Slow their commotion, and the great trees gently sway like an ocean on a still day, and raise in praise their arms to the sun. The day has begun at 8 frames a second, and velvety shadows in misty meadows are changing color so softly. With care the sun puts color in his drawing and rises to inspect his masterpiece this morning so perfect. And as she rides through gold and silver miles, only the sun is sure what it is that she smiles for. She leaves with no sign of what she has done. Though her morning ride's known by everyone, I'll tell you her name and it's Dawn. Got my gal, took a chance. We went to a midnight dance, but it was too tight. This rag of mine, too tight now, it's the most tight, nails past the post. Too tight, too tight, too tight, this rag of mine. Too tight, it's the best. Too tight, better than the rest. Too tight, too tight, too tight, that rag on mine. Too tight, now it's the most. Too tight, first past the post. It was too tight, this rag on mine. Too tight, it went to my head. Too tight, I should have stayed in bed. Too tight, that rag on mine. It's the most. Too tight, like dripping on toast. Too tight, too tight, too tight, that rag on mine.
Oh, she lives all alone in a house by a school. She wears fur coats and hats and old-fashioned jewels, and her one aim in life is to be on the screen top, billing for Granny. That's her favourite dream. So once a year, Granny takes a trip. Go blimey! Always first class, and she's well equipped for the movie auditions in Hollywood town. She always turns up, but she's always turned down. Dear, we all wish you the best and hope that you find your happiness. And one day on the screen, Granny's bound to be seen. If she turns up again, she's bound to find fame. So once a year, Granny takes a trip. Okay, cookie, always first class, and she's really equipped for the movie auditions in Hollywood town. She always turns up, but she's always turned down.
Have you seen the old man in the closed down market, kicking up the paper with his worn out shoes? In his eyes you see no pride, and held loosely at his side, yesterday's paper telling yesterday's news. So how can you tell me you're lonely, and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London, show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old girl who walks the streets of London, dirt in her hair and her clothes in rags? She's no time for talking, she just keeps right on walking, carrying her home in 2 carrier bags. So how can you tell me you're lonely, and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London, show you something to make you change your mind. In the all-night cafe at 11:15, same old man sitting there on his own, looking at the world over the rim of his teacup. Each tea lasts an hour and he wanders home alone. So how can you tell me you're lonely? Don't say for you that the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London, show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old man outside the seaman's mission, memory fading with the metal ribbons that he wears? In our winter city, the rain cries a little pity for one more forgotten hero and a world that doesn't care. So how can you tell me you're lonely, and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London, show you something to make you change your mind.
Hesitation stockings, hesitation shoes. Lord Almighty, got them hesitation blues. And tell me how long, or must I have to wait? Can I get you now? Oh no, must I hesitate? A nickel is a nickel and a dime is a dime. I got a house full of kids, one of them must be mine. Oh, how long must I have to wait? Can I get you now? Oh no, must I hesitate? And I'm standing on the corner with a dollar in my hand, looking for a woman who's looking for a man. How long, good God, must I wait? Can I get you now? Oh no, must I hesitate?
a heaven, but I've been told old St. Peter knows how to jelly roll. How long must I have to wait? Can I get you now? Oh no, must I hesitate? Hesitation, got my hesitation. Lord Almighty, got my hesitation. How long must I have to? Can I? Oh no, must I hesitate? Standing on the corner with $1 in my hand, looking for a woman who's looking for a man. How long? Good God, must I wait? Can I get you now? Oh no, must I hesitate? Hesitation blues.
Sundays as a rule, us kids went to Sunday school, and Mrs. Adlam said angels stood round our bed to keep us safe from dark, right through till day begun. And we used to lie awake just to try and see one, and though we never saw one anywhere, we heard them softly singing in the air. Sundays occasionally we were invited back for tea, and bread with jam and cream made Sundays seem a dream. In the dingy mission hall, Mrs. Adlam praying, and down the street back home, all our mates were playing with Mrs. Adlam's angels everywhere. And we thought we saw a halo in her hair. Sundays for sure ain't like that anymore. It's getting hard for me to see her face in front of me. I wonder if her angels have their arms around her curled, keeping her safe from life and guarding her from the world. On a summer Sunday evening, do I dare to hear Mrs. Adlam's angels in the air? Spin like they're riding on air. Hey little girl on the bicycle, we'll
jewels flash like the sun in her hair, and the wheels go round, but the bike has stopped moving. Trees on the river move by her. Hey, little girl on the bicycle, sun plays in her hair like a flame, and the river's reflecting her bicycle, and the reeds whisper her name, and the wheels go round, but the bike has stopped moving. Trees on the river move by her. Hey, little girl on the bicycle, dressed in white, the trees wearing green, sparkling, cycling bicycle that moves through the trees like a dream. Then the wheels go round and the trees stop moving. Suddenly she's gone. Amongst the bushes, Michael is crying, caught in a spider's web, its broken wings beating, a butterfly dying. Ooh, la 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 la, la 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 la. And they in their wisdom say, Michael's got something wrong, wrong, wrong with his mind. Well, he must be blind, 'cause he can't see what Michael sees. Michael is silent, talking to no one of things that he sees. But out in the garden he talks in soft whispers like the wind in the leaves. La 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 la, la 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 la. And they in their wisdom say, Michael's got something wrong, wrong, wrong with his mind. They've seen the signs, but they can't see what Michael sees. And inside the building, someone is calling his name through the halls, but he doesn't answer, though he easily hears each leaf as it falls. Oh, la 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 la, la 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 la. And they in their wisdom say, Michael's got something wrong, wrong, wrong with his mind. Well, they must be blind, for they can't see what Michael sees. Michael, where are we? We who see that there's something wrong with your mind. And inside the garden, Michael is smiling, at peace in his world, at one with the insects, the flowers and the trees and the wind and the birds. Oh la 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 la. Oh Michael sees all behind the high walls surrounding his kingdom, was we in our wisdom still trapped in the spider's web, far from the flowing net of life in the garden. But Michael has pardoned us, for he sees that really he's free, and there's nothing to mend, for his wings are not broken. And they in their wisdom say Michael's got something wrong, wrong, wrong with his mind. They've seen the signs, but Michael feels fine inside the garden. If I take you dancing down the streets to watch you laughing, and stop still in the spring night rain, just to watch you smile again, understand I'll hold your hand a little tight, as if by this I'll stop the night from running into morning light too soon. Ice cream and candy balls, a Paris moon and Paris stars. Can you count the times that we heard the chimes of Notre Dame across the Seine to remind us sadly once again, time just like the river was swiftly passing by. Just a few reminders of the little things that bind us. Do they make you sad or make you glad to think about the times we had? In my dreams you're dancing in the embers of an evening, and I hold your hand a little tight, just to stop this special night from running into morning light too soon. come and finally made it. Never thought I'd get to see the winter through. I watch the birds race their shadows across the cornfield. Well, you can't catch them, but I can catch you. And I've been waiting for the summer, it's true, but I've been waiting just as long for you. Summer come around, 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 summer come along. Look at the fields, do you see them growing? Feel the grass breathe under your feet. I'll give you a gold watch to put in the pocket of any scarecrow that you need. And I've been waiting for the summer, it's true, but I've been waiting just as long for you. Summer come around, 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 summer come along. Make up your mind, I gotta be going. Time and tide with the no one, it's true. And summer this year was such a long time coming. Don't make me wait for you. And I've been waiting for the summer, it's true, but I've been waiting just as long for you. Summer come around, 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 summer come along, summer come, summer come around, summer come, summer come around, 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 summer come along, summer come, summer come around, 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 summer come along, summer come, summer come around, summer come around, summer come around, summer come hurrying across the bridge before the sirens call. This morning she's racing her shadow all along the factory wall, then through the gate where she will wait in line. Across the yard to clock her card in time, and under her scarf her hair set in curls. The day begins for the factory girl. For a while the girls try to talk, but their voices soon drowned in the din, and their eyes watch their hands do the work, and the new day's rhythm begins. No change today, like yesterday, the same. It's dinner soon, then afternoon, then home, and hurrying home in the fading light. The factory girl is going out tonight. Her mother says, don't be late, you've gotta get up again before 8. Oh yes, she sighs, but there's joy in her eyes as she runs down the path through the gate. And out on the rainy streets,
hoping that her night will last. No whispering palms on the beach for her, just the swish of the cars going past. But she believes no one could feel the same. Touching and whispering in the rain, but the rain takes away her beautiful curves. The night is soon gone for the factory girl. Hurrying across that bridge before the sirens call. This morning she's skipping the puddles all along the factory wall. The starling sings and shakes his wings. She smiles. Then at the gate she hesitates for a while. Then from inside the gates the sirens roar, and across the yard runs the factory girl. Listening to your idle talk, smoke rising to the ceiling. The words just seem to float on by. Maybe you've had a feeling. Then looking into my empty glass, I noticed the bar clock was 10 minutes fast. My beer was gone and my money is spent, and I think it's about time that I win. I went walking along the main road, how can they call it High Street? I said hello to a face I know, but he had someone to meet. Then I noticed that the sea was coming in. I almost felt like taking a swim, but the sea gets wild, so I've been told, and anyway it was much too cold. I buttoned my coat up to my chin, went walking along the sand. I thought I heard the mermaids sing to the sound of a big brass band. A seagull offered me a ride, and so as not to hurt his pride, I said I wasn't going far, and I let him carry my guitar. Then along come a mermaid to sing me a song, and I stopped the band from playing. I was pleased and played with ease to the mermaid's gentle swaying. I must have stayed there for an hour or two. The seagull said he'd have to go, and the mermaid said that she'd like to hear more, but she left me standing on the shore.
right on the waterline. I shouted goodbye, but he didn't reply. I know he had no time. Even my footprints had disappeared. And as for the road I steered, out from the sea there'd come a sigh. I think my mermaid said goodbye. And I'm listening to your idle talk, smoke rising to the ceiling. And I'm watching the words go floating by. Maybe you've had the feeling, maybe you've had the feeling. Cool on lily pools, hazy, lazy, and here and there he'd stop to stare, admiring all the flowers, wandering round for hours. The sun was warm across the lawns, scented, blended. He saw her linger, and with her finger open up the rose, standing on tiptoes. Suddenly the rain came flurrying, sending the two of them hurrying, helter-skelter for the shelter, and feeling bolder in the big pagoda, he gently inquired her name, and they waited till the sunshine came, and for a while the griffin smiled, kindly, blindly, till the evening bell broke the spell, and sadly they said goodbye. And one of the griffins cried in Kew Garden,